Hello there, Internet. It's MegaMogwai here, and I got another video for you guys today. And today the jank shall go on, as I have yet another homebrew build ready for you, as it is called Lotleth Bond, which is a Golgari Undergrowth deck that I built a couple of days ago on my stream, and a deck that I'm very excited to share. Very fun deck to play, and basically the precursor to what is going to be tomorrow's deck, which is perhaps the most my most proud and my greatest creation in War of the Spark Standard. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of a tease at the beginning of this video telling you guys to stay tuned for tomorrow's video, but I'm guaranteeing you it will most definitely be worth it. Nonetheless, this deck is got its own magic going on for it, as this is the deck that basically made me realize the awesomeness that Bond the Revival is. A 5-mana sorcery which enables you to target a creature card from your graveyard and resurrect it onto the battlefield and give it haste, which is a big step up from Connive Concoct, which is one of my favorite cards in Magic the Gathering. A lot of you know my video, Pig Reanimator, right? I love Reanimator strategies, and Bond of Revival is a card that I surprisingly overlooked with War of the Spark. Most of my attention, and the vast majority of people as well, was focused on the Planeswalkers, and this uncommon kind of like flew a little bit under the radar for a lot of us, and I have definitely enjoyed the hell out of this card, not only in this deck but in upcoming builds as well. So this is an Undergrowth Golgari deck. This is not a new archetype. We have showcased strategies like this before, especially utilizing Lotleth Giant as a win condition. But with War of the Spark, we got two very powerful new toys, and those are, like I said, Bond of Revival and Ashiok, the Dream Render. And I'm going to explain what Ashiok is going to do in this particular build. So, what is an Undergrowth deck? What does the archetype revolve around? How do we win? Well, Undergrowth is a mechanic, as you can see here, that says this ability checks the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So Undergrowth decks focus on filling up your graveyard with creatures, and then having Undergrowth cards capitalize on the amount of creatures in your graveyard to have very powerful game shifting effects. So in this particular deck, we have Kraul Harpooner, we have the likes of Kraul Foragers, Lotleth Giant, and Molder Hulk as our Undergrowth creatures. And one of the things that I always say when I do a deck tech on an Undergrowth build is something that no matter how many times I seem to repeat it, a lot of people still don't get the memo in that regard. If you're gonna build an Undergrowth deck, you have to have it so that the vast majority of the cards in your deck are creature spells. So this is something that I have to repeat every time, because whenever I'm building one of these bad boys on my stream, I get people asking me to add in like 4 copies of Necrotic Wound, or Mausoleum Secrets, or for example Fine Finality. I get Fine Finality a lot, and again, I have to repeat this again and again. When you're playing an Undergrowth deck, the more creatures you have, the more likely you'll be able to self-mill creatures into the graveyard. Therefore, the more powerful your Undergrowth, procs will be, and this really does make a difference, especially not only with your win condition in Lotleth Giant or Kraul Foragers, but mainly with stuff like Molder Hulk. Molder Hulk is the main reason to play this archetype. It is a very powerful creature that can come into the board really early on, and also cycle, and just has like an endless cycle ability with the Memorial to Folly in particular, right? It can enable you to ramp as well. It's a 6/6 that can enable you to ramp, and can be cast for a very low amount of mana if you have a lot of creatures in your deck. But if you have like a bunch of spells that aren't creatures, the odds of getting Molder Hulk out earlier are hindered, right? So you want to make it so that the vast majority of your lineup is creature based. In this particular deck, we have 3 Ashioks and 3 Bond of Revival as our non-creature spells. Everything else is a creature. So one of the weaknesses with playing a heavily creature based build is that we miss out on the disruptive capabilities, such as discard effects, especially if we're playing black. We miss out on creature removal, and we miss out on other things, right? Basically, stuff that non-creature spells do. So we have substitutes for that in this particular build. So when you're playing Undergrowth, there's certain staples, right? You want the Molder Hooks and you want the Stitcher's Fire alongside the Glowspore Shamans. This 1-drop and this 2-drop are the major early game enablers, right? As they enable you to put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Ashiok helps us push that even further. Ashiok is extremely efficient in this deck, as if we're able to defend him and not make him get removed instantly, or her, I don't know what it is, honestly. Ashiok can mill the top 4 cards of our graveyard. And if we get to trigger this at least twice, it's absolutely crazy how much value or how much momentum we get out of that for, like, in regards to graveyard build, right? Like, we are able to mill really fast and a lot of cards every turn with Ashiok. So in conjunction with these two, our graveyard building up skills are pretty high up there, and therefore our Undergrowth is going to be very, very powerful once we get to the late game, right? And our ability to play Molder Hulk early on is also significantly enhanced, right? So that's why we're playing Ashiok. Ashiok is actually a self-mill tool in this build, while also enabling us to disrupt with our opponent's interaction with their own graveyard, making our matchup against Arc-like Phoenix extremely good for us, while also hindering Search for Azcanta from control decks such as Esper or Grixis, for example. So in order to make up for the lack of, non-creature spells and, lack of disruptive tools or removal, we have units such as Kaitso Freebooter and Ravenous Chupacabra, which enable us to discard, quote-unquote, discard cards from the opponent's hand and act like a duress, alongside removal in a stick with Ravenous Chupacabra here. We have Spawn of Mayhem, because I really like Spawn of Mayhem alongside Kaitso Freebooter. Kaitso Freebooter is a 2-mana flyer, and also it enables us to look at our opponent's hand and potentially take away an early game creature removal from them, which makes it so that Kaitso Freebooter is very likely, statistically speaking, to connect onto the opponent the following turn, because of the fact that it's such an early game flyer that also takes away an answer, right? So this means that we are very likely to enable the Spectacle for Spawn of Mayhem turn 3, and thus get a 4/4 with Flying and Trample on, on 3 mana, which is a very, very powerful play, right? Which is why I always like running Spawn of Mayhem alongside Kaitso Freebooter. These two work really well together, just naturally. They provide you with a very nice turn 2 into turn 3 play, and especially when going first, when going first can be really devastating for the opponent, right? We have 2 Craw Harpooners, which also happen to have the Undergrowth tag, and because Bond and Revival gives the unit haste, can actually potentially smack the opponent for a shitload of damage as well if it doesn't get blocked, and gives us a good utility 2-drop that can enable us to answer flyers potentially as well. We have a 1-off Playcrafter for utility and removal, especially versus Planeswalker decks, and World Shaper, which is a very solid 4-drop addition for this build, as we have the ability to continue to mill through our deck every time we attack with him, but most importantly, when he dies, we return all land cards from the graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. Because of all the early game milling effect that we have, especially with Ashiok on turn 3, World Shaper can just, like, every time I've gotten him on the board and he's died, I've had like 5 or 6 lands come back onto the board, which is just absolutely nuts, especially considering we have triple Lotleth Giant in our late game, right? Like, because generally speaking, Lotleth Giant is a very expensive play. It's a 7-mana 6/5, but with Bond of Revival, we can potentially resurrect him earlier on and play him as quickly as turn 5, get Lotleth Giant in there, deal a shitload of damage to the opponent, and on top of that, give this 6/5 Behemoth haste, which is, a pretty nice touch onto it. So that is the main deck right there. The sideboard has 3 Orzhov Usurpers, 2 Midnight Reapers, 2 Plague Mirrors, 3 Thrashing Brontodons, 1 extra Ravenous Chupacabra, 2 Massacre Girls, 1 more Craw Foragers, and 1 Underrealm Lich. Craw Foragers, alongside the one on the main board, is there to enhance our matchup versus Mono Red. A lot of times, this is the only card that you really need to beat Mono Red. If you pack up your graveyard big, and you make it big enough, like Craw Foragers can just heal you by like 10, 15, and just make every mono red player in the globe cry every single time, which is a glorious thing. We have Orzhov Enforcers alongside Plague Mares with AoE effects. Good, creature-based decks, blockers with the Death Touch. Solid against aggro decks as well. Brontodon, a very good blocker that can also enable us to deal with enchantments, so very good for white-based matchups specifically, but also versus mono red as well. the extra Ravenous Chupacabra for creature-based matchups, Massacre Girl mainly for the mono white, but also potentially against other Stormy tactics and against mono red as well. Underrealm Lich for control decks alongside Midnight Reaper to enable us to not run out of steam as much. Midnight Reaper really good against control decks that rely on board wipes to slow us down, as we can potentially refill our hand in the process. And that is the sideboard, a work in progress. I think this deck can definitely be optimized. It's hard to come up with the best possible lineup when you're self-restricting yourself with creatures. But generally speaking, this is one of the most fun decks I've played in a while, and it's just been an absolute blast. And today I'm going to showcase the last 3 games of my stream the other day, like the little last 3 games of my climb with this, and one of them is actually a match against Wyatt Darby, I think I pronounced his name right, who is an MPL player and was top 10 in I think he's MPL, pretty sure. I'm not sure, maybe I'm confused. He's a pro Magic player, like he's been around for a while, and he was in the top 10 of the ladder, and we ran into him with this bad boy, and it was a pretty funny match. So hope you enjoyed today's games. I hope you enjoyed this deck. Leave a like if you do. I really do love me some actual Golgari. And stay tuned for tomorrow's video, because we are just getting started with Bond of Revival. This card is becoming one of my favorite, if not my favorite, from War of the Spark. It's just, oh my god, it's got so much potential, and you'll see what I'm talking about with tomorrow's video. So yeah, have a solid day. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily MTG content, especially, really, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. You won't regret it. And I'll see you guys around. Should I be playing Sultai? Should I be playing Sultai? Oh, this hand. I was thinking about Liliana, but I wasn't thinking about Tamayo. I actually did not think about Tamayo. This hand is fantastic. I will gladly trade with that, thank you. I'm actually gonna play aggressive myself, because he's gonna have a hard time killing this. And if he wants to use his removal for Spawn of Mayhem, he has to deal with the Kitesail Rebooter, keeping the Experimental Frenzy. We're gonna block the Viashino Paramancer always, because if he does have a zap effect, then we got a 2-for-1 trade here, and we prevent the light up the stage. How much do we have? We have a total of 3, so we can always get the Memorial to Folly in there. And now we have a turn 3 Molder Hulk. Okay, he gets the light of the stage. All right. And good luck dealing with my 6/6, bruh. I gotta get rid of the runaway Steamkin. Right, we gotta close the game here. The fact that he gave me that Steamkin for the trade. Oh, and he finds another one. Shit. This is obviously very dangerous. But we can always just hope that he finds another land. It's always possible. Okay, there we go. Shut down. Shut down. Shut down, baby. Shut down. Got a block or he's dead. And with the sideboard, we have an even stronger matchup. He's going for the greedy block. He's got a frenzy, he can go crazy, but 11 damage? I don't think so, bruh. I mean, I'm not gonna say GG until, you know. It's not gonna happen. You could have a shock to, the reason why I didn't pop this. Am I overthinking this? No, because what if he has like a zapping effect? And then he blocks the, but he still has to block these two. No, but he could block this and block this guy. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with this. Okay. Just in case. Cause he could be like trying to bait me with that, right? Like he could. Okay, 2 Crawl Foragers should be enough. Plague Mare is also good in this matchup. Chupacabra, for obvious reasons. Massacre Girl. And Brontodon. Alongside Orzhov Enforcer as well, right? Like, Kitesail Freebooter technically did a good job there. But at the same time, she kind of didn't. Like, I like the Orzhov Enforcer quite a bit. It trades, it leaves stuff behind. Like, this is the matchup where it should go anyways. Lotleth Giant is a bit more greedy in this matchup. We don't necessarily need it. World Shaper is also kind of meh, but it's decent, I guess. Spawn of Mayhem is less likely to go through this time around. Ashiok can be toned down a bit. Master Hero could be a one-off. I mean, I think I'd rather have Spawn of Mayhem than World Shaper. Let's go with this. I'm not sure if this sideboarding was the best. The important thing is that we have Crawl Foragers and that we try to... Because we still need to... I still kind of need Ashiok because I need to fill my graveyard with shit. This hand just feels kind of bad, right? I'm still gonna keep it because at least then I guarantee curve out with this. And Ashiok can at the very least help me sponge some damage, so stall a turn, while also enabling me to you know, fill up the graveyard for foragers and such. Yikes. Well, that's spooky. I am gonna have to play Crafter first. Play Crafter into Chupacabra onto the Steamkin. I'm gonna take a bit of damage, but I mean we can come back from this. I do need to try to stabilize first though. So we need to go with this. trade with the monkey.
There's the foragers. We're zapped here. Nice.
I am that which nightmares themselves. You. I return where you slumber.
All right, so we gotta hope that we can survive one more turn. Then crawl foragers could potentially enable us to live here. Come on, we can live. Can we live? Can we live? Can we live? Double island, double land, please. I will survive. I will not survive. I will not survive. Damn it. Yes, yes, I know. GG. Jesus. Good job, mono red player. Well done. Alright, we definitely should not have kept more than just one Lotleth Giant. That was a mistake. I do want 2 Ashiok, especially now that I'm on the play. I don't think Lotleth Giant is a necessity here in this matchup. I don't think we needed to win. I'd rather have Massacre Girls. What else? What else? What else would I want from here? Perhaps like another spawn of Mayhem instead of World Shaper, but this thing damages me as well, which is the problem. So I think this distribution is okay. So let's go with this. I think I didn't sideboard as well as I could have. But now we're on the play. And to be fair, we barely lost that last game. Like, if we would have gone first, we would have won it. So I'm gonna keep this. No milling mechanics early on, but we do have a Plague Mare. That could potentially come into play. If he plays a Runaway Steamkin on a curve here, this Plague Mare is going to be fantastic. Or that works too. That works too. I'll trade these two. This is unfortunate. I gotta take the hit. I can't handle these. I'm not drawing my chupacabras. That sucks, man. It sucks. We got screwed with our draws, and we couldn't handle chain whirlers. That's unfortunate. I can try to black these two. I can try to apply some damage on them. Oh, I need a land. I need a land so bad. Oh my god, I need a land so bad. Please, game. Please, 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 please. Oh, no. Oh, not like this. Not like this. No, don't doubles at me now. Oh, god. Oh, this is a cruel joke. Fuck. He missed on lethal by not going to phase. Okay, there we go, boys. Oh! We go double, right? We go double. Fuck it. Double trouble, bitch. Rejuvenated! This guy actually choked the game away by not going directly, not going face with a lightning strike, by the way. That's adorable. Damn.
That is scary. You are dead. What you got for me, Willis? The opponent actually missed lethal. I mean, to be fair, it's not like he had it right in front of him and he didn't know what he was gonna draw, right? But he definitely should have gone for that. That's a Legion War boss. You guys ready? You guys ready? Mom Spaghetti for a motherfucking Plague Mare lethal? Oh my, what she done? Got him. Nice. You gotta bleed, man. To find joy with these decks, you gotta get hit, you gotta get dumped on again and again. But eventually, you know, when it flourishes and ends up working out, man, it's so satisfying. This deck is really fucking fun, man. It's not quite there yet. It's definitely not quite there yet, but it's close, dude. Like, I don't know. It's so satisfying. It's really cool. Really fun to play. Okay, we keep this. It's a 2-lander, but it's a pretty promising hand. Okay, we don't quite hit what we want, but at least we get one creature. Let's see what our opponent takes here. The Molder Hulk or the Spawn of Mayhem. The Spawn of Mayhem can be pretty strong if they don't have an immediate answer for it. It's either the Mayhem or the Molder Hulk, unless they have like a very valuable creature. But that would be Thief of Sanity, so Chupacabra, yeah, it's the Mayhem. Makes sense. We have to be aggressive. That's unfortunate because this Spawn of Mayhem would have been a really solid 3-drop for us here. Alright, well, so much for being aggressive. Well, we ran out of steam. He picked our hand apart. Like that, that Thought Erasure really hurt us. I'll just play Chewbacca out of here.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Playcrafter would be a pretty nice top deck. Not even gonna lie. Bonds of Revival. What can we do with Bonds of Revival? Well, I think we definitely go for it. Dude, Bonds of Revival is a great card. Obviously, we're extremely vulnerable to a board wipe here. Kaya's Wrath just completely denies us anything.
sorry I'm late.
I mean, he has to bounce Spawn of Mayhem.
Try this.
Well, that sucks sending that to the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
I am the master here. Oh, I do love a good dance.
I mean, if we draw a Lotleth Giant, it's over. Or bonds of the bonds card, basically. We got powerful top decks here that can just straight up win us the game.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Rise and shine.
Come on, baby.
I have a plan.
Come on, baby. I need me. World Shapers also does it. If I have a Memorial to Folly, I do not have a Memorial to Folly, man.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Problem is, he cannot attack with everything. I need to kill off the fairy, though, unfortunately. I just need a Bond of Revival. That's all I need. Or a Lotleth Giant. One of the two. That's actually all I need,
Good
man.
hope is easy to find in war.
Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I got him. Alright. Alright. We definitely need the Midnight Reaper. We definitely need Massacre Girl. I like Underrealm Lich as well. Though it gets bounced most of the time. We don't need Crowd Forager. I would even argue for another Ravenous Chupacabra, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to see as many. Okay, I'm going to take out Ravenous Chupacabra. I'm going to keep 2 of them. I think that's enough. I think he's playing like the standard variant. He's not playing the one with, he's not playing the variant with Thief of Sanity, so I'm going to take out Crawl Harpooner. And I think maybe Massacre Girl as a one-off is fine. Underrealm Lich gets answered by a lot of shit, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to take out Underrealm Lich and keep that. I'm going to go with this. Because Underrealm Lich, Indestructible is not really super relevant versus Esper. They have D-Spark, and they have Teferi. So he either gets bounced or he gets exiled. So we're not really achieving much here. I am going to keep this hand, though. And the reasoning behind it is because I could potentially have a turn 3 Spawn of Mayhem. I need to draw into some lands, but, you know, Magic is easy. For those of us who can draw whatever we want. And now we're going to play Kitesail Freebooter and try to enable the Spawn of Mayhem to happen here. So we see Teferi Time Raveler. We do not see a land. So we're going to take the cast down. And if he doesn't find a land here, we're going to punish him. We're going to punish him like fucking crazy. Will you look at that, boys? You got Magic the Gathering. Our opponent got Magic the Gathering. Okay, we have Ashiok. Turn to Freebooter. Turn to Free the Booty. Oh shit, number 7. Let's see if we can meme him out of the top 10. Beautiful. Oh my god. I think this is our matchup, boys. I think this is the dream matchup. We just gotta play everything right, but I think this matchup is insane. He's gonna go for the Tormenting Voice. He's gonna be so pissed. Mega dab. Let's see if we can actually enable the Molder Hook here. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Guys, that is so fucking beautiful. That's so fucking beautiful.
This is difficult to digest.
Okay, can we four? No, we can't. So we just take it easy. Easy peasy. We just beat him down. Oh, he made all this climb to the top 10. And he must be so pissed. Like, what the fuck is this deck? Interesting. He keeps two mountains. That must mean he must have like. Well, it can mean multiple things, but it definitely means he has like a shock. Or no, he plans on getting his shock back. We're not in a hurry. I mean, this pretty much guarantees our win, because now we can search for Lotleth Giant at the end of his turn. And these isn't, man. He can't deal with these big ass, these huge ass fucking bodies. He just can't. Cool story, bruh. See, he has to waste such a powerful resource like that. Yeah, I don't think he realizes it's over. He does not know. Now he knows. Oh, I think this matchup is pretty damn good for us, boys. So let's try to not fuck it up. I mean, I kind of like everything about this. Like, I definitely want to slap in the Underrealm Lich, I believe. Though Crawl Forgers can be pretty key, too. I don't think I need Massacre Girl. I don't think I need Midnight Reaper, honestly. I would like another Chupacabra, potentially. But I think 3 may be fine. I think 3 is fine, honestly. Honestly, 2 Lotleth Giants seems enough. I think 1 Crawl Forger is okay. Underrealm Lich is just very hard to kill for him. And we'll keep this. We have the Stitcher Supplier. Okay, so no Phoenix being sent down there. I should have taken the lava coil. No, it doesn't matter. I definitely should have taken the lava coil, but it doesn't matter. He has like all the removal in the world. Okay. Okay, we just got this enabled. That's nice. I mean, he's got the lava coil for it. It does force him to go for the lava coil though, but it didn't really matter what I took there, Aaron. It didn't matter. He had double shock in hand. So he could always just take it away. It literally like didn't matter. I think because if I play this, he goes for lava coil immediately. I'm gonna try to go for this. Just to bait out his removal earlier on. Because he does have the finale of promise here. Oh, but he drops it. I could go for Mayhem again, but I'm just gonna go for this. I don't need to do that anymore because I have Molderhulk in. I have Molderhulk in my. I'm gonna decline because Molderhulk will return that land anyways. We've enabled the Molderhulk, which is exactly what we needed. Now we're just gonna keep on pressuring. Ooh, we're close. No reveal. Okay, he's looking at an hour, a finale of promise. Okay, there goes a lava coil. How are you gonna deal with this 6/6 though, brother? Finale. He can shock and lava coil to deal with this, and then he can try to block me with Kefnet, and then when I do is I bond revival. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Shut down, boys. Shut down. He did it the no, he did the correct order. Yeah. I mean, we could do this, but we could just go with the stylish win. Ain't nothing like a Lotleth giant win. I thought I was gonna go with the Craw Harpooner, trading into that, but come on, ain't nothing as sexy as a good old Lotleth giant win.